Welcome to Guide Mia. Today we're going to talk about using clearaligner.ai direct. AI-designed clear aligners with no lab in between. This is for clinicians who have a Cympha account, an intraoral scan, and a credit card, and who want aligner designs without routing through a lab partner. By the end, you'll know how the direct flow differs from the regular new case form, how credits work. Phase 1 planning is free, and you pay 1 credit only when you self-approve and dispatch the appliance design, and how to take a case from scan to finished aligner files. Budget about 15 minutes for your first case, 5 to submit, 5 for the plan to come back, and 5 to review and approve. Follow along on screen, or listen now and read the written guide later. Let's define direct. In the regular flow, you pick a lab, the lab triages your case, and someone, human or bot, designs under that lab's roof. clearaligner.ai removes the middle entirely. Your case goes straight to Guide Mia's central AI workstation, gets planned there, and comes straight back to you. The form is single flow, no lab picker, no service picker, no payment handshake with the lab, and the cases live in their own category with no lab assignment at all. The pricing model is the part to internalize early. Phase 1 planning is free. You can submit a case, get a full treatment plan back, study it, and walk away without paying anything. Money only enters when you like the plan and dispatch the appliance design. That free first look changes how you can use the tool. 3 prerequisites, none of them heavy. First, the scan. STL or PLY, and per arch exports are best. Second, a Cympha account. Sign up at app.cympha.com if you don't have one. New accounts have no role until you pick one on the Select Your Role screen. Choose the clinical tile, the doctor role, and note that the choice is made once. Third, a credit card, but only if and when you decide to dispatch the appliance design. You can take a case all the way through plan review before deciding whether to pay. And one thing you do not need, an Ortho Plus install. Starting a case requires nothing on your desktop, though you'll want Ortho Plus later for Phase 2 revisions, and we'll see where it fits. Step 1. Go to app.cympha.com/CAI. The hero reads AI-designed clear aligners direct to your chair with a subtitle about skipping the lab queue. You're in the right place. What the primary button says depends on your state. Signed in, it reads Start a New Case and takes you straight to the direct new case page. Signed out, it reads Get Started, free Phase 1, and routes you through Sign Up first with a new case page waiting as your destination on the other side. Either way, you end up on the same form, and the same form is all there is. The first section on the form is Files, the same drop zone you'd see on the regular new case page, minus any lab routing context. Files attached to the draft case directly. Drop the upper and lower STL meshes. A bite scan is optional, but recommended. Files upload in the background while you keep working. The second section is Patient and Treatment Plan, and it reuses the exact parameter form an AlignerBot lab case uses. Patient name, that's required, plus gender, date of birth, and complaints. Then per jaw, the plan range, all, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 5 to 5, automatic extraction, explicit extractions, and missing teeth as FDI tooth numbers, allowed IPR, protraction and retraction, expansion, extrusion and intrusion midline. Alignment, the curve of SPE and sagittal and coronal inclination. If that list sounds familiar, it should. It's the identical form, so anything you've learned filling it for a lab case transfers directly. The advice carries over unchanged too. Set the hard don'ts and let the planner explore the rest. Overconstraining is the most common cause of a useless Phase 1, and on a free Phase 1 that costs you a round trip rather than money, but it still costs you time. The third section is what clearaligner.ai should produce, and this is where the direct flow asks you to think one phase ahead. 4 design kinds: arch model for final position models you'd use in bracket bonding, aligner, the per step shells, which is the most common choice, bracket guide for bonding guides, and treatment only, which stops after Phase 1 planning with no appliance design at all. Below the kinds, set the from step and to step to bound the range of steps you want produced. Tick Add Attachments if you want auto-placed attachments during design, relevant for aligner and arch model output. And tick Generate Cutting Path if you want a trim path on aligner output, knowing it requires fixture setup downstream. Here's the timing subtlety. These options apply to the Phase 2 dispatch after you approve the plan, but they're captured now at intake, so the first dispatch already knows exactly what to build. Worth pausing on what you did and didn't give up by going direct. The scans are the same scans. The design engine is the same Ortho Plus engine that powers lab-routed AlignerBot cases. The final aligner STL files are the same files. What changed is the human layer. There's no lab adding clinical review, no lab handling manufacturing and finishing. You review and you fulfill. That's the honest trade, and we'll come back to it at the end when we talk about choosing between direct and lab routed for a given case. For now, submit. Click Submit Case, and you're taken to the case detail page. The same case detail view used everywhere else in Cympha, so nothing here will look foreign. The status ladder runs, submitted briefly while the case is queued, then designing as soon as the central workstation picks it up, then awaiting approval with a plan approval pending label once the Phase 1 plan is ready. You'll get an email at that point, and the case opens to the Approve page. Remember the economics while you wait. This entire loop is free. You can submit cases, get plans back, and abandon the ones you don't like at no charge. Cympha doesn't deduct anything until the moment you self-approve and dispatch the appliance design, so there's no meter running while you evaluate. When the plan lands, open the case. The Phase 1 output is listed under Files. Download and review it, typically in Ortho Plus, though for a treatment-only sanity, check you can preview the staging in your browser. Take your time. Nothing advances until you say so. If you like the plan, click Self-Approve and run Aligner Design on the case detail page. This is the moment you pay. The backend checks your credit balance. And if the wallet is empty, the button is replaced by Buy Credits to Dispatch, which links to the credits page. That's not an error. It's the flow telling you the one thing standing between this plan and a dispatched appliance design is a credit. The credits page at app.cympha.com offers 3 packages: a single case at 1 credit, a 5-pack, which carries the popular badge, and a 10-pack with the biggest savings per credit. Prices are shown on each card. Click Buy, complete the secure checkout, and you're redirected back with the credits in your wallet immediately. Now the rule that makes the pricing genuinely simple. 1 credit covers a case for its full lifetime. Reruns, XML revisions, Phase 2 iterations on a credit-paid case, all included. You only ever pay when dispatching a new case, never for iterating on one you've already paid for. Back on the case detail page, self-approve and run Aligner Design now works. Click it, a confirmation appears, and the case flips to designing as Phase 2 dispatches. Phase 2 takes longer than Phase 1. It's full per-step appliance design, not just planning. When it completes, the case lands in awaiting approval again, this time labeled Appliance Approval Pending. It's the same Approve page with the same buttons, so everything from the approval lecture applies. Approve, and the case finishes. Want to iterate instead? For an AlignerBot or clearaligner.ai case, request changes requires either an XML overlay exported from Cympha Studio's 3D review or a replacement transfer pack from Ortho Plus Planner. Free text instructions are not accepted. The planner has no English parser, so a typed Move to Fate Buckley wouldn't translate into anything it can execute. The dialog surfaces both paths and links to the Downloads page for the tools. And remember, on a credit-paid case, these iterations cost nothing extra. So when do you go direct, and when do you still pick a lab? Go direct when you don't have a lab partner, when you want the fastest possible turnaround, or when you want full clinician control over the treatment parameters. You're the reviewer, and you like it that way. Route through a lab, the regular new case flow with a lab picked. When the lab adds things you don't want to own, clinical review as a second set of eyes, brackets manufacturing, finishing services. Keep the equivalents in mind as you choose. Same scans, same Ortho Plus engine, same final Aligner STL files. The only variable is who reviews and who fulfills, which means the choice can differ case by case, not once for your whole practice. For situations, for calm answers, the self-approve button isn't there and you see Buy Credits to Dispatch instead. Your wallet is empty. Click through, buy pack, come back, and the button returns automatically. Phase 1 is taking longer than expected. During peak load, the central workstation can take a while to reach your case. It stays in designing until the plan lands, and there's nothing for you to do. You want to iterate on the plan before paying. You can. Phase 1 is free. So click Request Changes on the Approve page and upload an XML overlay or a replacement transfer pack. No credit is deducted until self-approve fires. And you uploaded the wrong scan. Open the case, delete the file from the Files panel, and re-upload. Uploads and deletes are blocked only once a case is delivered or canceled. If Phase 1 already ran on the wrong scan, use Request Changes so the plan is regenerated from the corrected input. That's the direct flow end-to-end. Splash page, scans, parameters, design kinds, free Phase 1 plan, 1 credit at dispatch, and the appliance approval to finish. 15 minutes for your first case. And the free first look means trying costs you nothing but the scan you already have. If you later want the lab-routed version of the same engine, the AlignerBot submission lecture covers it, and the approval lecture goes deeper on the approved page both flows share. The complete written walkthrough is at cympha.com. Open the doc section and find Use clearaligner AI Direct, no lab in between. This series covers every Cympha workflow, one lecture at a time, and subscribing means the next workflow lands in your feed when you need it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.